Republican Congressman Mark Green of Tennessee, been busy this week, chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee. And, sir, good morning to you. On Monday, President Xi meets with Vladimir Putin. There was concern just about 30 minutes ago, crossing on the wire, that China may try to broker some sort of peace deal between the Russians and the Ukrainians. And if that happens, the concern would obviously be that the Ukrainians would get the short end of the stick. How concerned should we be about this meeting next week?
I think we should be very concerned. Look, Russia has basically become a puppet state to China as it is, both with how they get their oil under the sanctions and the equipment that they get to continue to propagate this war on Ukraine. So every time those two meet, it's a concern.
Okay, so that meeting happens on Monday. We'll see where it goes and what the effect is after that. Meanwhile, earlier in the week, you were holding a hearing on the border, okay? I want to play this clip with you and Raul Ortiz, the Border Patrol chief. He showed up. A lot of people did not. Here was part of that exchange.
Does DHS have operational control of our entire border?
No, sir.
You heard the secretary. He said we have operational control. That's the definition of operational control.
Based upon the definition you have, sir, up there, no.
We don't have operational control.
No, sir.
Okay, what are we going to do about that?
Well, look, the shocking thing is that Secretary Mayorkas came to us and said we do. So we're going to investigate whether or not Secretary Mayorkas lied to Congress. I think the American people want to know that a cabinet secretary, if he really lied to Congress. And then, you know, we've got to get down there and see. One of the things he did also say in that hearing this week is that 5 of the 9 sectors are unsecure. So we're actually sending letters out today for transcribed interviews requesting to speak to all 9 of the sector chiefs, get further to the bottom of this. We got to find out who exactly is in control of our southern border if we're not. I think I know the answer. I think most Americans know the answer. It's the drug cartels in Mexico. But we got to get to the proof of that and demand this president do something different.
Well, it might take you a good long minute to get those answers. We'll see what comes out of the interviews that are conducted. Yeah. Mark Kelly was with Bret Baier last night. He's the Democratic senator from Arizona. Part of his campaign for re-election in November was making the border more secure. Here's part of that last night.
On Title 42, they want to lift Title 42. They don't have a plan for when Title 42 goes away. I still don't think they have a plan. So this is a process of me pushing the administration and sometimes getting results and also having to, drop legislation.
Sounds good. I don't know what you get from it. He campaigned on closing the gaps in Yuma, and as of last night, all 11 gaps are still accessible.
Look, I'm more than willing to work with the senator if he wants to help us. We have a bill that will secure the border, and we're going to be dropping that here in the next few weeks. So if he wants to help us and bring some security to the southern border, we're all in. We'll take the help.
Do you have a relationship with him?
No, I need to reach out to him based on his comments last night. That's somewhat encouraging. But, a lot of rhetoric. And it's interesting, Bill, a lot more Democrats are whispering in the halls, hey, we recognize this is a crisis. They know this is hurting them. It's hurting them politically. It's also killing Americans. And they're becoming their position's becoming untenable. So we're going to hear more like what he said.
Last question. Will you go back to the border for another hearing?
Oh, absolutely. We're going to go back first for these transcribed interviews. We're going to do them on site, not bring people to Washington unless we just can't make it happen any other way. But the goal is to go back to the border and do these transcribed interviews in their sector, in each sector chief's sector.
Okay. We'll wait for that. Mark Green, thank you for your time, sir. Appreciate you coming.
Thanks, Bill.
All right.